So we talked last week about the importance of being able to talk to people essentially where they are, to approach them where they are. And we were talking specifically about how to prospect with people who are skeptical about what you're doing. Hi, it's Lorna Rasmussen, and I'm speaking to you from my home office in Costa Rica. You know, right now the world is skeptical. I think people just don't believe in authority figures or other people approaching them with ideas or new things that they haven't heard about. People are generally protecting themselves by being skeptical. And that's really what skepticism is. It's a protection mechanism. So how, when you are recruiting, and I'm going to talk more specifically about recruiting, although selling a service or product is the same. How do you approach somebody when they are expressing skepticism? When they're saying to you, I'm not sure this really works. I'm not sure that what you're telling me is true. I'm not sure that I can believe you or believe in you. Well, the first thing that you need to do is address the elephant in the room. And that is that they have a sense of you as being somebody they can believe. And I'm going to talk more about that under our personal development program and my blog on personal development, because that's all about you. Believe it or not, it's all about you. It's their perception of you, but it's all about you. What I want to do is dig a little deeper into the area of, let me see if I can find the right word, into the area where they are responding to external sources that are telling them to be careful. So when somebody approaches them and says, this is my wonderful product, this is my wonderful opportunity, the first thing that happens is people have questions. Now, those questions get told to you in the form usually of a question. What happens for a lot of people is the minute somebody asks a question, and believe me, I was here at one time. You get asked the question and you become defensive. What that person is asking for in a question is usually for information. So they'll say something like, well, how do I know that the product works the way you said it would? How do I know that I can make the kind of money you're talking about? How do I know that this is legitimate? Those are questions that we can get really defensive about, but in fact, they're questions about how does it work? What is the process of earning money? How is this legitimate? So you need to answer those questions. So the most important thing is when you're hearing somebody ask those questions, answer them as though it's a legitimate question. Even if it's cockeyed and off from left field, still answer it as a legitimate question. My brother-in-law failed at doing these things before, so why should I be able to be successful? It's a legitimate question. Answer it as a legitimate question. And the other thing that you want to do when you're doing these, you're first approaching people, and maybe you've got, as I mentioned the other day, that we bring to the table through network marketing and direct sales some very new and revolutionary products people haven't heard about before. So you need to be prepared to show people how these products work. So it's you coming to the table, answering the legitimate questions that they're asking, which can come in the form of an objection. However, you answer it as a legitimate question and dig deeper with that person, because in fact, the more information people have, the more comfortable they will be to make a decision.